just didn't. And you know this, man. So I just finished this movie Friday. I watched it late last night and I just finished it around 10:39. I haven't seen this movie since I was a little kid and a preteen. And I watched it clips on on TV, and I also watched it at a friend's house. His name was Kel Cram. He lived right down the street. And I saw Friday After the Next. But this movie right here is a really good movie, I have to tell you. Um, I have to tell you, it's a really good movie because you didn't think that Smokey and Craig here will have a even have a like a die not dialogue, what's the word I'm looking for? Like character arcs, but they do have character arcs. Like he's trying to sell well weed, obviously, but like addicted to it, so he's doing what you normally do with that. Um, and then he gets in trouble with the person he's provided to, Big Worm. Then you got Debo over here trying to steal people and jack people's stuff. You got Craig here just lost his job on a Friday. How do you lose your job on a Friday? And and you have like all these other characters around and they're just chilling on a Friday. This is the first time you see a movie like this where they're just chilling on the front porch on a Friday. Now, of course, they live in the hood. So, like, if you're in the suburbs like I am, you're not going to put two chairs in the front porch, you know? But if you live in the hood, you will. Um, um, Bernie Mac was in here too for a little bit. And um, that is the thing. Bernie Mac was in here. You have some other people that are probably recognizable from, back in the day. But this movie right here is just very, very fun to watch. Very simple to watch. You can sit down and just relax and watch it. This is, like I said, the first ever movie that's strictly all in one day. I mean, been other movies that are strictly all in one day, but you get my point. This is a movie that is only about one day of the week, and it's not towards the end of the week, and it goes from morning to all the way to late evening. So it's a very interesting movie because you see Craig and Smokey do things from early in the morning to late in the evening, and them getting and causing them getting into trouble, or them trying to get out of trouble, or them trying to, you know, get in a rhythm of what their day is. So it doesn't matter how bad their Friday was, how good their Friday was, or if their Friday was in between, or it doesn't matter if the movie was. I mean, it doesn't matter if the Friday was a good Friday. Like I said again, Good Friday, middle Friday, a bad Friday, or things are about to get a little bit better because we all have those weekdays. Weekdays, the week. I mean, we all have those days, the week, and we think, okay, this Monday was bad for me. This Tuesday was bad for me. This Thursday was bad for me. Whatever it was, like last night, my Thursday was going pretty well. They went pretty fast, pretty smoothly. And then towards the end, my Thursday was some heartbreaking news. And then I came home and came home and watched some Foxworthy, Jeff Foxworthy show, and then and then later on at night, that my Thursday is technically my Friday at my workplace. I watched Friday at the end of the night towards 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night because that's, well, 12 o'clock at night is Friday. So you get my point. I watched this on Thursday going into Friday. And look, my Friday so far is good. I woke up, I got some Captain Crunch like he did when I saw it at 12 o'clock at night, like Craig did, but there was no milk. There was no milk. There's no milk in this dad. His dad comes in there, which is you should recognize his dad, and he has a son named John Witherspoon that's on YouTube. So like, he's a pretty cool guy. He plays video games and stuff like that. Um, he knows how to talk like his dad too, but his dad's like, I always see you in the fridge, eating up all the eating up all my food. I like some ham hocks and all these different things. I'm gonna throw this away. Boy, don't eat. Don't throw that away. Put some water in it. Um, and having Chris Tucker in here as also a comedy relief, besides, Ice Cube being like a stoic and like a tough guy, which he is. I mean, Craig is a little bit mix of tough, but also like I don't want to get involved, but he's still a tough guy. But um, but having Chris Tucker in here as Smokey, he makes the movie funny. He makes the movie hilarious. Also, you have everyone's seen him in other movies, but they have the big, huge guy playing Debo trying to take out people. So like, and even if you grew up watching this movie all the time, everyone that's seen Friday knows what Debo is. Like I was at one guy at work, and we were quoting, "How you get fired on a Friday?" Or I was like, to yesterday I was like, Miss Parker. Like he knows about that. And he's like, "What are you gonna do this weekend?" I'm probably gonna watch Friday. He's like, there's nothing like on DVD." I said Blu-ray. He's like, "There's nothing like an old Blu-ray. There's nothing like an old DVD." Now, Blu-ray is still DVD. It's just high definition, but there is nothing like an old DVD or an old, in this case, an old Blu-ray. But there's nothing like that. There's nothing like an old movie like this. And Friday After Next is a really good one too. Hopefully, I can find that one because you have his cousin Day Day, and then you have that comedian that is his name is Cat. He plays a pimp in there. He's pretty funny. Like, and then you have that Indian guy that has that don't holy moly donut shop. Um, so like. This one's just very simple. Friday from morning to evening, hanging out on the porch, hanging out with your best bud, all that stuff. That's pretty much what it is. And this movie's very simple, very simple name. It's Friday. It's a day of the week. It can go any way you want to go, even personally, how you want your Friday to go. So I felt good watching this early in the morning. I woke up and watched it, not too early in the morning, but I woke up pretty early to watch it. Then last night watched Foxworthy and then watched this. You have a lot of things going for this movie. And this movie was made like if you watch Straight Outta Compton, this movie was made right after like Ice Cube was with the NWA and then he started writing a script for this movie and you see in the movie you see it in the movie, which I do need to go to High Price Books and get MWA because I need to get some more movies with Ice Cube in it. And they have ride along movie there. The only other movie I have with Ice Cube in it is 21 and 22 Jump Street. So I do enjoy Ice Cube when he's on screen, and I wish he would be in more things so far. But he's also a good rapper too. He's not a bad. He's a really good rapper, and he's not a bad actor either. Um, Chris Tucker, I have him in Rush Hour. Chris Tucker doesn't. He has some movies out there, but I also have him in sci-fi movie with Bruce Willis. So like Chris Tucker is pretty good too. What was I gonna say? I just didn't get more movies with Ice Cube in it, and because he's funny and he's serious but funny at the same time. Oh yeah, I was going back to NWA. Well, I need to go get that too. But NWA, you see him writing the script for this. Of course, the guy who's playing Ice Cube is his actual son, and you see him actually writing down. You see his son playing as his father. You see Ice Cube, aka his son, writing down the script for Friday, and this is how it happened. And you can hear like Dr. Dre in the background, the music in here and stuff like that, um, and maybe some of his NWA stuff. But also everyone used to say "Bye Felicia." What in the mid early? I mean, it's 2026, so like 2021, 2022, when people say goodbye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia actually really came from this movie right here because there's a character named Felicia in here, and it came from this particular movie. And he wrote it in there to be funny, and it's still funny to this day. I think Jada Pinkett Smith's, I think Jada Pinkett Smith, when she was younger, was in this movie, or that girl that plays Jada Pinkett Smith, and and the TV show, and in Will Smith's TV show Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So I don't know if that's actually Jada Pinkett Smith or the actress that portrayed her as his wife on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but she's in here as well. And this movie's just good. I enjoyed it, and you can also say it's a stoner comedy too if you want to, because Smokey was, the stoner in here. But also there's a lot of different things going on, and. And like I was saying last night, like Kevin Smith and all these other comedians, this kind of has that like Friday was kind of like for I want to say this for the black community because I know a lot more black people seen this movie than me as a white boy in this video talking about it. Um, and then the kid I saw down the street, he was half white, half Mexican, but like. The Mexicans and the black people are mainly the main people that watch Friday. The guy that said at work, I was at work the other day when we were talking about how you get fired on your day, how do you get fired on a Friday on your day off? Or Miss Park and then he said that to me when he went outside from lunch. I said Miss Park, and he started laughing. He was a black guy with a big bushy afro with some glasses. For the black community, this is Clerks. Now, what I was about to get into, this is Clerks because this was executive produced by written and executive produced by Ice Cube here. So he's the Kevin Smith of this movie. He's created the Friday and Friday After Next, and I think First Sunday, which I don't think is. I think First Sunday might be part of the Friday franchise. I'm not really sure, but he created this. He created Friday and Friday After Next for sure. He created this. He was the one who put together. He was the one, like I said, in the NWA in the movie. You see him writing the script, so he was the one who put this together. So he's the Kevin Smith of the Friday movies. And for the black community, this was a like a I wouldn't say too independent, but it was mainly independent to them because not a lot of people knew. Not a lot of it's not like not a lot of other cultures knew about it, but like I wasn't aware of it until I went down the street and was saw it with the half white, half Mexican guy. But also you can see it on TV too as well. But if it's on TV, it's on BET, so you know it was for the from the black community because BET is Black People Entertainment. But me seeing this as a kid and then as a preteen and all stuff, going to a school that is a mixture of black, Mexican, a little bit of a sprinkle of Asian, a little bit of sprinkle of white. You see in part two that you see a lot of part two, you see Mexican mainly a Mexican family down the street. Um, you see the white boy skater that works at the record store. Um, well, that's Friday after the next, I think. But you get my point. The other franchises you see mix of different cultures in there, but also um, there was a Mexican, two Mexican guys in this movie as well. And you see different cultures in here, but it's also in LA, so you're gonna see a lot of different things. But this one was mainly focused in the hood. So this first movie, you're not really gonna see too many different races, but later on in the franchise, you do see different people in it. But and I'm not saying this to be racist. I mean, not trying to say any of this to be racist. It's just eventually you see different races in here sprinkled out. But mainly, this movie was mainly for, I wouldn't say it's mainly for black people, but mainly most of the black people know about this movie because it's Ice Cube, Chris Tucker, and then Chris Tucker has his own things with other movies with other actors like, I mean, Rush Hour, with Jackie Chan, of course, obviously. Ice Cube did some movies, and then the biggest other movie he did was Ride Along with Kevin Hart, and then you see him in 21 and 22 Jump Street. They're doing a 24 Jump Street. So hopefully Ice Cube does return back because I would love to see Josh. I mean, I would love to see um Jay Tatum and Jonah Hill, not Josh, Jonah Hill back together. So anyways, side rants on this, but Friday's a great movie. Like again, straightforward, just how Clerks is straightforward. It's a Friday. I mean, Craig and Smokey wake up very extra early. Then it goes late and early in the afternoon to late in the afternoon to late in the evening, and it's well quotable stuff. You got the F knocked out, um, or what chain from Debo, what bike, different other things, different other quotable things you can quote. I'm not going to quote everything in here, but you can quote some of the stuff that you are quotable. But Friday is amazing movie if you haven't seen it. And if this is not your type of movie, then yeah, don't have to watch it either. I see, here's the thing. I'm all about telling you guys about good movies, but also if it's not your thing and you want to watch this video, that's fine. But if it's not your thing, then that's also fine too. I mean, movies are experiences, movies are art, and not every art is going to hit everyone, and not everyone's experience of a movie is going to be the same experience, but it's also something that people take for granted because it's art, you know? Like the live action Moana, I heard it's not doing very good. Supergirl's in the same category, but I love Supergirl. My experience with it with my best friend is was fantastic. She liked it. I liked it. Maybe some other people didn't like it. And the same thing with this. Somebody might not like Friday, but I like Friday. But doesn't mean you can't talk about why you did not like Friday and why I like Friday. It's subjective to the person and why you don't like Supergirl and why I like Supergirl. You see what I'm saying? So everyone has their own opinions on it. So, but anyways, if you like this video, put a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment down below if you want to. Tell me if you like Friday or not. Deuces.